have here today is a blue 1979 Porsche 911 SC. It's had a number of modifications done to it, both performance as well as you can see by the paint and the body panels. There's a few extra steel wide body panels on there, a nice ducktail at the back, and I'll take you through those pieces today. It started off as a 1979 911 SC, and what's happened is we've done some steel flares, the turbo flares on the front and on the back, and then of course the ducktail, the 1973 RS inspired ducktail at the back. These wheels, you've got 15 by 10 braid wheels at the back and 15 by 8 at the front. So they've gone for a wider stance look and a bit more inspired by the IROC kind of RSR look. And in fact, there's a car by Denny Hulme who, if you look it up, you'll see the inspiration is pretty clear from that. So if we go ahead and open up the car, there's a couple of bits and pieces inside I want to show you. So you've got the stitched leather door cards, Pro Tipo steering wheel, pretty standard, gauges are all pretty standard. You've got a 915 transmission, 5-speed with a limited slip diff. And then you've got the pedal box, which is quite interesting. It's a Tilton pedal box that's being customized by Promotive up in Brisbane. So that's a very adjustable pedal box. And one of the reasons for putting it in is the clutch in this car has actually been replaced from a cable to a hydraulic clutch system. So in the car, there's a couple of bits and pieces. The actual engine externals look pretty much stock for an SC. This is all very normal. The fan obviously has had some CAD plating on it. Has been cleaned up a little bit, but obviously corrodes these blocks. The interior is the internals of the engine actually are a little bit different. So it's matched pistons, balanced crank and rods. It's got some camshafts, 993 camshafts actually, K3 alternator, and lots of bits and pieces in there just to make it more solid. The original plan was to bore it out from a 3.0 to a 3.6, but just decided to stick with it and do the build at a later date. One of the more unusual things in the engine is you've got this RSR style gusseted engine brace across the back here. You can see how it's mounted. A little bit different to normal, kind of cool, just a little bit stronger than the factory. You've got all the original CDI and everything still in there. So it's great to have a little bit of preservation of the original factory correct stuff. So in the front, we've got a couple of interesting things. We've got the monoball 3-point front cross brace to tighten up the front end. Then you've got the usual collapsible spare fuel tank. Here there's an Odyssey battery holder and a kill switch. But the obvious interesting thing here is this reservoir, which is actually a 3-in-1 hydraulic clutch and brake reservoir. So that's pretty cool for those tilt-on pedals inside. Last but not least, you've got some Zuffenhaus RSR brake calipers hiding in here. They are very similar to a 930 caliper, great stopping power. And then you've got behind here, you've got some uprated Bilstein shocks, which is great. And then you've got these 15-inch nice fat sidewall tires with a real classic look, which I absolutely love. Beautiful. The pedals are kind of interesting. The pedals are a little bit stiffer than I'm used to, particularly the accelerator, but that's the nature of an adjustable box. I can adjust that out if I want to, which is very nice. Clutch is very easy, very quick, and the gear shift is your usual 915 shifter, very easy to use. So let's take it for a drive. Plenty of torque in the 3-litre engine. Gear shift's nice. The second does have a little bit of road noise. So there's maybe needs a bit more deadening around the arches, but that's fine. It's a race style. You can't complain. Engine builds really nicely. It's nice exhaust, not too loud, but a good bit of tension to it. And you have to really push on the accelerator just to get it to this point even. Maybe I need to do more squats at the gym. west of Sydney, up to Warragamba Dam on some very windy, twisty roads. And the fat rear tyres on this car really rip into the road. You can hear the pulling of the asphalt as you get around the corners. It's an awesome feeling. The steering's very direct. Brakes are not as good as I thought they would be, but still, very secure, very safe, no issues at all. So, very hot day here in Sydney. I'm sweating without the air conditioning, but I'm on my way home now. So, thank you for watching Savage 911, and I hope you enjoyed seeing this car in action.